Hi, I'm Stacy. I'm the Community Outreach and Member Services Coordinator at Belmont Media Center. We're located at 9 Lexington Street in Belmont, across from Shaw's and the Belmont Car Wash. And I am proud to tell you about the current exhibit at the gallery at BMC. Aaron Needle is our artist this month, and he'll be exhibiting up through May 4th. And he has these beautiful collages that he's done.
These collages were originally created as preliminary images to print my greeting cards from. Somewhere along the line I felt that they could stand on their own as art. The central images are photocopied early trade cards and photocopied covers from early books. The border patterns are made from magnificent marbled papers manufactured by Chain of River Marblers in Amherst, Massachusetts. My goal from the beginning has been to enhance and resurrect these old, very obscure images with their wonderful graphics from an earlier era, and nothing was damaged in the process.
Aaron, can you tell me about your art?
Sure, Stacy. I'd be happy to. I've had some education, art education, but mainly I've developed my approach on my own. And you know, I like working with paper. I enjoy working with paper because it's tactile. And actually this gallery I really love this gallery space because it allows people to get very close to the art and appreciate the textures and the layers that each of the pieces have. This particular piece is a favorite of mine. It's an example of a frontispiece, the first page of a rare book, an early book. The image alone could be used to make a card from. It's such a well done etching. And I chose the triangles for the border because to me it spoke to the jester inside. It was something, it was a shape that I associate with jesters, pointy hats.
Aaron, can you tell me about this collage?
Sure, Stacy. This is my most recent collage, the one I most recently made. It was actually started with a trade card, an early trade card for ironware, which I'm guessing is, you know, pots and pans and that sort of thing. And I really like this image. It reminds me of something you'd see during the WPA, created in that era, but it's even earlier. I'm sure it's more than 100 years old. And it was provided to me by my niece Naomi, who collects them and sells them. And what she did is she scanned it and emailed it to me, and then I photocopied it. And the border is essentially what I do. That's my specialty. It's created from these pieces of marble paper that are made in Amherst, Massachusetts. And the goal is, again, to enhance the beauty of the image inside. And in this particular collage, people tell me that the pattern reminds them of origami.
Absolutely. Aaron, if you could tell me a little bit about these cards that you've made?
Sure, Stacy. I wanted to make something. I wanted to create a card, and I came up with an idea of creating a card that had a literary component to it, and I thought that would be a way to inspire people to write in them. You know, more than you see in like your traditional card you see in a pharmacy or something. And it just happens that I come from a family that are in the book business, book lovers, and my sister-in-law and brother sell rare books, and I thought I could use that material for my cards. So,
and this is how you got started. You did the cards before you were doing the larger collages. Is that correct?
That's right. The cards Well, I made the cards. The collages are preliminary images, so I was making them simultaneously.
Okay.
When I first began making the cards, they were much more labor-intensive, much more elaborate. They were the way they are now. They're single fold. They're very simple to make, to produce. But originally, they were several pages. They almost looked like a book. Well, here's an example of a card made from a card. This is an early greeting card, the inner image. And what I did is I created a border made from fine marble paper, and as you can see in the image, what I tried to do is duplicate the image, extend the inner image to the beyond the borders to kind of create the composition.
That's beautiful. And the nice thing about these cards and the larger collages is that everybody has their favorite. You can see people come in and look at them, and one or two of the cards just really speaks to everybody. Like everybody has something that they're drawn to. Some of them, now they're saying this is from an early greeting card.
Yes.
And you have two other types that are cards that are here, and where do the other pictures come from?
This is an example of a card that the central image is an actual cover from a rare book, an early book. And again, I created the border. And here's an image. Here's a card where the central image is called a trade card, which is an early advertisement. And my niece actually provides me with these images. She collects them and sends them to me. There are actually 4 types of cards. There's a card that's made from early cards. There's a card that's made with a central image of a book cover. There's a card with a central image of a trade card, an early advertisement. And there's a card that's made from the frontispiece, the first page of the book. And those are the 4 types of cards I make.
That's great.
Images I use.
And there's just an amazing variety, and there's something very soothing about them. It brings you back to just a very romantic era or something.
My goal was to make them inspiring, that they'd inspire people to write in them.
They are. I could see that. Yep, that happens. Yep. And I want to thank Aaron Needle for his exhibit, which will be running at the gallery through May 4th. Gallery at BMC is located at the Belmont Media Center, 9 Lexington Street, Belmont, across from Shaw's and the Belmont Car Wash. Our hours of operation are from 12 to 8 Monday through Friday and 12 to 5 on Saturdays. Our website is belmontmedia.org, and our phone number is 617-484-2443. Please come down. We hope to see you.